you dictators and sourpusses. QuinFandango here. Let's get into it. So last game I just played was Mean Green, and she did all right, but I felt like there was some room for improvement there. So this isn't so much going to be about playing the deck yet as just kind of screwing with it a little bit. I felt like I was lacking some introductory power or activity. Didn't have a whole bunch of 1, 2, 3 manas to play. Felt like it could have been a little more active. So let's take a peek around. Oh man, I love things like instants, but they just don't help you if you don't have anything out there to put it on. I mean, what good does that do you? These are good. Like that one, you get a +1/+1 on a merfolk or an island. But again, if it's the first one down, that doesn't really benefit you. Here, this one, okay, again, same thing, good mana cost for a 1/1, but you have to have 4 mana before you can put a counter on it. So how much good does it do you in those first 3 turns? Which is kind of what I'm trying to shore up here. Okay, that one's looking cool. He can, oh fuck, it's an instant. I thought it was a creature and I could give my own self a +1/+1, which would be cool, but I don't know. Again, I feel like I go too instant heavy sometime, and instants don't help you if you don't have creatures to use it on. I mean, if they're that kind of, they're not a direct damage. Anyway. Sedge Scorpion. I do have a soft spot for that one. It's dangerous. It doesn't matter that it's a 1/1. It will take you the fuck out. It will take you down to Pound Town, baby, because it is venomous? Venomous? Poisonous? That's right. Poisonous is if you eat it and you die, it's poisonous. If it eats you and you die, it's venomous. Or by eat, I mean like sting or bite. You a shot. I'm not feeling it. It's over. I'm sorry. Non-creature spells. I have some of those, but again, they're just not. So I'm basically taking the bottom of my deck and rebuilding it right now. We're going to keep Verdant Rebirth in there. I'm just still kind of feeling that one out. So let's put in 2 Sedge Scorpions. I like them. They're effective. At the beginning of the game, one of the main things is you just want to be able to take down whatever comes at you, and that one's good to do it. All right. Oh, these are some great cards. And yes, for those of you who have noticed that I have over 66k in coins, I know I can buy some fucking decks. I choose not to. It's like hipster magic. What do I want to use? Ooh, that dude has claw, like crab claw things. That's pretty cool. Anyone who says that they don't pick cards by looking at the pictures is a dirty, dirty liar. That one's also awesome. Looks like one of those horned beetles. Okay, Highland Game. That is a good card, but I've already got 3 of them in here. So, Growth Cycle. Again, a good card, but it's not what I'm trying to add to the deck right now. All right, Rabid Bite. I have seen that used against me a ton of times, and I always hate it, which is probably a good sign that I should add it to my own deck. And Naturalize. I already have 2 in here. They're pretty handy sometimes. Sometimes when I'm playing red-black, I don't feel like I have a whole bunch of recourse against people playing enchantments. I'm just kind of stuck there with them. But Naturalize gives you something in the green deck that you can actually be proactive about that without completely draining out your mana. It's like a little bit more because we have a couple 1s. We have a lot of 2s actually. This is a pretty 2 average deck. I love this one. For anyone who's been living under a rock, the Sauroform hybrid, it's so obvious that they chose the image based off of the alleged videotape of Bigfoot, and it makes me happy. No one can convince me that's a coincidence. Snare Spinner. Ooh. I'm looking. Thunderherd Migration is a great one for Dino decks, but this is not that deck. Blanchwood Armor, very strong, very good. Considering this is a straight up green deck, that might be a good choice. Do I already have? Yeah, I have a couple in here. So let's look at my curve out real quick. All right, I've got a lot of non-creature number or 2 manas, probably too many. I should probably cut back on that and add some more creatures, so let's do that. So 2 mana non-creatures, that's one of the instants. Sorceries, Rabid Bite, Titanic Growth. All right, we're taking out one of the Titanic Growths. Yeah, that's just one. I know, I'm not a hoarder, people. They're just good cards, and it's hard to get rid of them. All right, there. Now we'll add some more cards, because it's evening out a little bit. I don't know. We can add 4 more cards, and I keep emphasizing that I'm going to try to make this stronger at the lower end of the deck. So let's see if we can't focus on that. That one's a 3/3. It's not bad. I like it. Fair value for what you get. Let's give it a shot. We can always take her out. Discard a card. Look at X number. Ooh. That's a lot of reading. I don't know how I feel about that. It could be good, but I'm wondering if there are many scenarios where it would actually come up and be worth taking up the space in my deck. All right, this can be handy. Just bringing out some Saprolings. I don't know. I know there are probably people who are a lot smarter than me who use those for strategic attacks that are just amazing. But for me, when I see Saproling Migration, I think targets. I think I will have 2 1/1 targets that I can sacrifice to save my own ass. That's what I think. But for 2 mana, that's not a bad thing to have. That's a pretty good value. Ooh, Trample. Trample's kind of a weird thing to see on a 2/1. But I do like those counters. That could be interesting. I want to see how he does out there. And we got one more card we can pick out. I really should make it a lower one. So let's head back. Did I put Iron Shell in? I think maybe I was like thinking about it and I never quite got there. Yeah. He's going to be one of the first ones out, so if I put him out and he's the first one, then I can't put a 1/1 counter on another creature unless it's me. Can I put... It doesn't say counter on target other creature. It just says on target creature. So maybe it could be myself. Let's find out. All right, we're back up to 60/60. Let's take a look at my curve again. It's evening out a bit. This is kind of my sweet spot. I'm expecting this to be a mostly 2 to 3 mana value deck. I got some more fun ones up at the top. I got some ones to start me out. How am I doing? I got about a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 3.5 ratio going here on non-creatures to creatures. That's good. I don't necessarily have a theme going here or anything. I've got elephants, I've got elk, I've got centaur, I've got insects, but we'll just call it kind of a kumbaya deck and give her a go. Oh, cancel. We do not want to discard those changes. That was my stupid, folks. All right, I think I'm done with that. There's only one way to know. Let's give her a try. No, not my profile, my home, so I can play. Don't you dare. All right, always check, make sure you're not playing Sparky. Sparky's a little bitch. It makes me think of ASU, but we won't go there. Come on, Froggy. When I first saw these, I didn't realize it was like mutton or something, and I thought those were fingers. And the picture became really confusing at that point. Like a hand wrapped in cloth with the fingers sticking out, and they look like bones. See? Now you'll never be able to unsee that. You're welcome. All right. Looks like we fixed my problem overall. We've got some good low mana hand cards that can go straight out. Ooh, and the big boy came. A little low on mana, but hopefully the adjustments that I made make it so this is a pretty playable deck anyway. Nice. So now we got to ask ourselves, do we want to get out something with Death Touch, or do we want to use our full mana value to play one of those? I'm going to go with the latter, and I'm going to pick the one with Vigilance so that I have some defense coming up, even if I attack next turn. And I'm not a heathen, so I'll organize my cards. Come on. Good. More mana's coming in. And that would already get us up to 5, so let's enchant this motherfucker and do some damage. Nice thing about that is it's not just till end a turn. Oh, why do you do this to me? That was unfortunate, but with a red-black deck, what did I expect? That's awesome art. I like that one. Feel like it could have been a little more detailed, but it still looks completely badass. All right, that's okay. We'll just put our Iron Shell Beetle out. Oh, and he gets a +1. Now I get to test my theory. Does it work? Yes! Ah, happy day. That's nice. Got a couple going on there. Ooh. He's got some good artwork on his deck. I know it's not what it's all about, but man, it's awesome. All right, we got a Titanic Growth. We got nothing I really want to run over there, and considering they're both flying, he doesn't have to engage them if he doesn't want to. So I really don't feel like screwing with that. However, I will put this bad boy on my Death Touch so that it's not run over by anything that comes its way. Next, since our Death Touch that our opponent has is out of there, what the hell, I'm going to attack with both. If he wants to take out my Iron Shell Beetle with his Gorging Vulture, I'm kind of okay with that. I know there are people who take a firm stance against quote-unquote, card trading or creature trading, you killing off yours for them killing off theirs, but I don't know, I kind of want that card gone, and frankly, I feel like I'd gain a little bit of an advantage because it's a Gorging Vulture that has flying, and I have no way to reach it unless he chooses to come down and engage my creature. That Titanic Growth is going to help me eventually. I feel like I'm going to need it once that Keldon Raider comes toward me. But we'll see what happens. Till end of turn is good. All right, I'm going to play this Sly. He doesn't know I have that. I'm going to skip putting that out right now. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to set myself a stop after blockers. I'm going to attack with both. Make sure that's an instant and not an enchantment, otherwise I'm fucked right now. Oh, actually, as much as I want to attack, his Embodiment of Agony is way open, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to attack with one. If Embodiment of Agonies touches that, it's gone. I really don't feel like wasting those cards. Those are good cards. Now, if either of them engage that, I'm pretty okay with it. The problem will be if this one does, which he very well might do, because then my card's just shot and I haven't accomplished anything. That was a big hole in my plan. I didn't really acknowledge to start. Oh yes, they fucked up. They did not do that, which probably would have been the best choice for them. I don't want to use Titanic Growth because no matter how big this boy gets, that's going to take it out. Plus, it doesn't have trample, so none of the damage would help anyway, even if it were higher. So, you know what? Iron Shell Beetle for a Death Touch flying Embodiment of Agonies, I call that a win. And we can still put down a Highland game at the end of my turn. It's not horrible. I've got the upside of life, we're about equal on the mana. They have a card advantage, but I feel like my creatures are doing better right now. So this is an interesting game so far when you take stuff into account. Ooh, maybe I just gravitate toward the creepy cards, but that one looks badass too. All right, I'm going to pass, because again, this one's just till my end of turn, or end of the turn, not even my turn, so it would be over by the end of my opponent's turn, which really would be a waste. That's okay, I'll take 2 damage. No way to stop him anyway, since I don't have anything with flying or reach out there. Crunch Wrangler. Teehee. Yeah, I want to put that out there, but if I attack, let's be sneaky again. Let's see if maybe he'll engage one of them with his Keldon Raider, and we can take it the fuck out. That would be gratifying. Nothing with Death Touch out there, except for mine. And let's see what happens. 2 attackers, go. Come on, someone block Highland Game. Yes! And I'm not going to do tradesies on it because I just want to get rid of their skeleton. It would be better if they had blocked with the Raider. But I'll take what I can get. And we'll do some damage. Yeah, that felt good. Now we're making more of a gap with the life, which is what I like to see, although, as always, these can turn on a dime, which is what makes it so fun. There it goes, ladies and gentlemen, case in point. He just murdered my no, not my Conch Wrangler, my other thing, which sucks because that was Death Touch, but that's okay, you move on. There is no crying in Magic. Okay, there's a little crying. I really don't want to attack with that because he's going to take it out. No, I'm holding it back. Ember Hauler, that's been coming out more and more. It's a good card. I don't really use it, but I should probably start. Ooh, creepy card. Man, for a skeleton, dude's strong. Can you imagine dragging a cocooned body, mummified, excuse me, body by the scalp through the desert? Because that sand's got to cause some bad drag. Okay. Reanimation. Sorry, I just noticed your named other player. Normally I pay attention to that first. All right, let's see what we can get happening here. I'm going to enchant this Bristling Boar. This Bristling Boar has to be blocked by at least 2 creatures. So if I have some real strength on here, give it some chutzpah, then I can take out more if they're blocking with a couple creatures, which would feel good. And sometimes it helps you win. Bye, Crunch. All right, let's see. So they would have to block with both the Keldon Raider and the Gravedigger, and I would take them both out in one fell swoop. And oh, it does have trample! Sweet baby Jesus. I was just going to say, unfortunately, it doesn't have trample, but there that fucker is. And that's the game, folks. Looks like we might have made some improvements to it. Feels good, plays good. It's been fun. See you next time.